What is up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be taking a look at the Nokia 3. Yup, I didn't even dream in my wildest nightmares that I could actually even touch this device rather than reviewing it. It kinda went out like this. Can I get a J7 Max for a review? No? Why? Nokia 3? Okay, I'll do it. I was expecting J7 Max, but it's the perfect time to plug in. Huge thanks to Tarang Mobile Collection for providing me this review unit so I can bring this review to you guys. And if you live in Alibag, please check out their store for awesome deals on your awesome phones. So taking a look at the dimensions of the phone, first of all, let's leave the build quality aside. As you can see in the right hand, I have a Euphoria and we already found a clone. Literally look at those dimensions. It's the exact copy of a Euphoria. Curved sides to the back to the front. Feel a lot similar, but the build quality is much more premium on the Nokia 3 of course. But as you can see, the button placement is also a bit weird. On the top right you get the power button and the volume up, and there are no backlight keys for the nav bar, which is a kind of bit difficult as they don't even give an option for software navigation bar. Rather than this thing, they should even give like a silver color for those keys rather than not even giving anything at all. Like, can you make it through the camera? There are keys actually over there, but as you can see in terms of software, it runs stock Android. There is nothing added by Nokia over here. Like, we have stock Android phones, Lenovo Moto series, which also provides stock Android, but there are some optimizations such as ambient display, the Moto connectivity apps, and there are many things that the Lenovo provides with the Moto app, such as a different kind of camera app. This phone also has a camera app, but it's not any kind of good. And if you are wondering why this is Nokia 3, not like Nokia N3 or something, now the Nokia is not a brand anymore, it's just a name. The phone is by HMD Global and the phone name is Nokia 3. So I hope that clears out initial impressions of the device. Great feeling in the hand. It's very compact device. I can stretch out my finger left bottom, left top, right top and the right bottom. As a personal user Galaxy A7 Plus, it's pretty easy for me to use a 5-inch display, and this is actually 720p display, and this panel is extremely cool and there is no option to turn down your cool or warmness into the display. And also Nokia provides a support app over here which is none of use at all. There is no kind of like a smart manager or some kind of like a hub which also Moto phones have. But going to the settings, as you can see, it has like a pixel theme, not like a stock Android theme. But if you think about that, going to the quick setting panel, it's a stock Android theme. And also the brightness ladder of this phone, it's literally a joke. It's not a huge difference between the lowest brightness and the highest brightness of this phone. The display is bright, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't go dim as it should. About phone, not latest patch of security. HMD Global has confirmed that they will give updates to this phone's time to time, but still there is no June patch for this phone. As you can see, last update checked 623. There is no May patch, there is no June patch. So even though it runs on stock Android, you can't even confirm that this will get latest Android patches, but it still gets Android 7.0, not 7.1, not 7.1.2, and there is nothing new about the software. Like literally in some of my reviews, I would just spend minutes and minutes explaining you every single feature of the phone. For example, the Galaxy J2 AC, which comes around 8,000 rupees only, has mountain of features more than this thing, like the ultra power saving, ultra data saving. You can change the resolution. Whether this thing comes with nothing. Even if you go to the display, all the normal features of the Nokia are of course present over here, and there are motion features over here which are none of use as they will just drain your battery. As you can see, turn on to reject call again from the Samsung, mute on pickup. But both of these motions are only related to the calls. There are nothing like such as you can do some stuff with light sensor and anything. Coming down to the specs of this phone, if I go to the test, 28K only. Like literally, even if you call Samsung phone slow, if you check out the Galaxy J2 AC, it scores around 45K, which is twice as this phone. And what if I tell you the back camera of this phone is actually also the front camera? Yep, they sticked out the same camera sensor in front and the back. And what does that mean? A autofocus front sensor. Really astounded when I found out that the front camera has touch focus. So in specs, it has a MediaTek quad-core processor. That's it to make this phone a shitty phone. In terms of gaming performance, I played some games on it, and every other game which had medium like graphics, which I turned on to the low, everything was just lagging as hell. There was no smoothness in gaming at all in any kind of games. Nokia would just provided a Snapdragon 430 in this device rather than that shitty MediaTek. Coming down to the camera app is nothing more than just the shitfest is copied from their Windows phones. Literally look at those icons, they are straight up from the Windows phones. You can go to your settings app. As you can see, the settings, there are nothing interesting settings over here rather than the normal things that you get with your phone. There is only the video quality which is only scalable to 720p, nothing better than that. No 1080p 60 fps, no normal 1080p, no 720p 60 fps, and there are no like slow motion options at all over here. You can also go to the video mode and it gives you like 1 2 3 over here. It's actually time lapse, and it's kind of a bit funny that you can make a time lapse lapse with your front camera. Yep, if I record it over here, as you can see, this 3x over there. If I stop the recording, as you can see, time lapse with your front camera. But going to your settings again, you can also get manual options, which should be in the front. Literally, I don't want to jump into the whole settings menu for this kind of normal thing, but as you can see, you get the manual options such as macro, auto, infinity. There is no manual focus over here, which again Euphoria has. You get the white balance, ISO, and the exposure. Nothing new over here. The HDR is just a double exposure. Every other image which I took with HDR is shake, even if I took it with a tripod. Again in 2017 it has FM radio. Wow. But really, if I want to complete this review, it must be having a bit of a rant. Now coming at the price of this device, 9,600. You know what else I bought for 9,000 rupees? This Redmi Note 3 last year. 5.5 inch 1080p display, Snapdragon 650, all of the sensors which you ever imagine in any kind of phone, a 16 megapixel rear shooter with 4K video recording, a front camera with 2K recording, and an awesome device overall with a huge support by Xiaomi and a huge community support by awesome developers. So you can run any kind of Android version such as the latest 7.1.2. Yep, I'm running 7.1.2 on my Redmi Note 3. And if you ask what does it score in Antutu benchmark, 90k, not 28, 90k. It brings up my point, is Nokia still shitting on us? They are still trying to sell us a shit phone at shit price. The specs of this phone are equivalent to this phone, a Euphoria, which is a 2015 phone at 4,900 rupees, and they are selling at a price of 9,000 rupees. If you are wondering to buy a Nokia 3, there are only 2 points. You want a smaller phone which fits in your hand. Like literally, I can't complain about that. If that's not the issue for you, you are just wasting your money. Trust me, there is no future for this phone at all. Nokia can save itself, is their fan base who are just searching for Nokia. Even I was hyped up to see Nokia, but when I realized the price point of this phone, 9,600 is not good at all. 7,000 I can agree, but even like 7,000 rupees you can get a Redmi 4A which also has extremely fast processor, a fingerprint scanner, pretty nice developer support, and a good cameras. I'm not happy with this phone at all. And that concludes my review for Nokia 3. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want a comparison between these two guys, please drop a like and let me know in the comment section below, and see you in the next one. Peace.